Hello and welcome to my first sketchbook tour. My dogs are loud, so I came outside. I've never done one of these before. Don't really know what I'm doing, but I guess we'll get into it. On the first page, I have my information covered up. First of all, I did this actually in 2022, and I think I started this sketchbook last year around this time. Yes, started on the 6th of June last year and finished on the 20th of June in exactly 2 weeks. 2 weeks, I finished it. If you know, you know. Here I had got some, I think it was Holbein acrylic wash and just the primary colors. Ooh, blurry. And I was really trying to learn how to do gouache painting. And I'm not really fond of this. It's okay. Sorry for the car going by. Not really fond of this, but it's okay. I do really like this though. This was fun trying to figure that out, even though I never really painted people with gouache after that. This is also the gouache. I had a really limited palette, so therefore I had really limited subjects that I could do, or so I thought, because I wasn't very familiar with the medium. And this is called What War Crimes Make. I painted this in a time of deep grief for the Palestinian people. I don't care where you sit on the side of the fence on that one. It is what it is, right? Nothing I can do about your point of view. My point of view is I'm sticking up for them. So it was a time of great frustration for what was happening for them, so I painted just this stormy, just angry piece. And here is some more gouache practice with a little landscape. As you can see, I was not very good at controlling the brush. I wasn't used to having so much control with the brush. I hadn't painted in years, and when I did paint, I used oils, and oils you can pretty well do whatever and it's fine. Not this medium at all. You have to be pretty careful. It is very fun though, and I enjoyed it. I especially enjoyed this one. I still like it to this day, even though it's not my best work. Oh, it's a new day. I had to come back inside yesterday because it was way too hot outside. I think the heat index was like 115. Way too hot for me out there. I don't regulate temperature well. So here we are, a new day, back into the sketchbook tour. Look, I even brought somebody outside with me from yesterday. Anyway, I don't make pretty sketchbooks. I think my sketchbooks are beautiful, but not everything's a finished piece like this page. It has sketches over top of sketches. I was just practicing and trying to learn something about drawing fishes and whales, obviously. I was planning a piece. This piece of paper is just from like a scrapbook. All this paper is scrapbook set or whatever. And it had this little leaf on it, and it looked like a bird, so I just slapped some gouache on it. And here I'm planning for the whale piece again. So, and yeah. This page is just me being in outer space and wanting to draw. And by outer space, I think you can guess what I mean. And, you know, drawing some cute little burbs. Love me some burbs. The poem I have here says, "When the sun rises for the last time, I will watch it. I will watch every last ray as it wipes us from existence. And all the while, I'll have a blunt in my mouth and a pen in my hand to celebrate the occasion. From nature we are made, and to nature we return. We are immortal that way." And of course, I have to have a Bob Ross quote. What kind of artist would I be if I did not look up to the legend himself? But yeah, just a lot of random drawings. But yeah, what kind of artist would I be without looking up to the legend? Anyway, here is just some cheapy art supplies that I was testing out because I was poor. Not so poor now, thankfully, but it was some hard times, but we still made art. And this was the first time I tried watercolor, and I was so impressed with it. I loved it. So I continued. See, I'm an oil painter. Like the watercolor, the unpredictability of the watercolor I really like. Because I'm an oil painter, and oil painters, you can kind of do whatever, and watercolor is kind of just as forgiving, even if it is in different ways. Here's just some scribbly doodles. Like I said, do not... Oh, we skipped a page. Whoops! Oh yeah, here's my little guys. My little bug guys, because bugs are cool. And I mixed a rabbit with a moth and called it a mobbit. So that's very cute. Just some random, completely random people. I probably saw this girl on Pinterest. This was probably a character of mine that I was trying to build. Don't remember. But either way, back to a scribbly page. Yeah, just bodies and little ghosties and flowers and lettering and eyeballs and a piece of toast, apparently, a crystal, just little doodles. And over here are some more, just, you know, in more color. I think these were done with Ohuhu markers, maybe. I'm not too sure. Trash page, just planning something, I guess. A self-portrait, I think, is later in the book. We were in front of the garden center of Lowe's here, and I was in my car with a bunch of watercolors in my car, if you can imagine. So yeah, that didn't turn out so great, but at the time I remember loving it. I was so proud, and so I'm going to carry that feeling on to right now. Still proud of it, because it was a big step for me to do that out in public. I was trying to draw TikTokers here, and I quickly abandoned it. I'm not going to show the handle. Here's a poem that I was preparing for the end of the book. You'll see it later, but yeah, just random doodles all around it. More doodles. Like I said, I don't do pretty sketchbooks. Didn't like all this, so I still had paint on my palette, so I used it. I don't like to waste. As you can see, I've glued pages in here because I've messed something up. And here is that self-portrait. I have gotten a lot better at them over a year's time. I can capture my likeness a lot better. I'm still working on capturing likenesses of people. I used to do nothing but realism, and I could capture likeness so well. All those sketchbooks are gone, though. I lost them ages back in a move. But yeah, after I got frustrated with realism and stopped doing it for 13 or 14 years, I just lost the ability. I don't know. I blame autism. I blame the autism. But here's just some more doodles of me practicing. I was trying to capture, I did capture my likeness a little better here. I don't know what this is, but it's cute still. Still was trying to draw myself, but I did better here. I don't exactly know who this is. I don't remember. I think it was just some random dude on Pinterest, maybe. These are pretty funny. Especially this one. Just practicing figures, and my husband said he wanted me to draw him with muscles, so I did. Which was funny. Oh, here's something that was fun. I wanted to use drawing gum to try to create a negative space and build a landscape around that, and I did. This is when I was still learning gouache. It's very thick and not very well placed, but we were trying. Here's just some random pattern that I wanted to try. Yeah, just playing with gouache. And did a little piece of my house, our new house when we got it, after we got the steps built. My husband's big work van here. The trampoline here. Yeah, this was really fun, and I was so proud of it at the time. Like I said, still am. But yeah, just little doodles all throughout my sketchbook. More trash pages because I use alcohol markers. You're not going to find me with a conventionally pretty sketchbook. It's just impossible. This is a character, Emmeline Hargrave. Are you going to fuck off yet? She's great. I didn't do so well with her here. Did not capture. This was too baby for me. She's stronger. She's got more pronounced features, more kind of masculine features, I guess. And I was just doodling over here, just drawing little gals. I really loved this, and I wanted to turn it into a painting, and still might someday. I always like to go back through my old sketchbooks for ideas when I run out of ideas and don't know what to draw. Oh, yeah, my sister. That was a fun night. More figure drawings and trying to figure out how I want to do this last page. I think this is a Palestinian lady that I saw in a video, and she just had this look in her eyes, and I felt that she needed to be remembered. I don't know what happened to her, if she's even still alive, but I wanted to capture her in that moment that I saw her, because the look in her eyes just captivated me completely and broke my absolute heart into pieces, and she deserved to be remembered in some way. Another character and some more figures, trying to figure out how to draw dwarves because I play World of Warcraft. Emmy again with shorter hair, trying to draw Faye Valentine from Cowboy Bebop in my style. I didn't know what my style was then. I was all over the place. Here's just some, ooh, that's bright on this camera. Here's just some fountain pen drawings. It's picking up kind of fluorescent, even though it isn't, which is fine. More, there's some 1 minute gestures, yeah, with some ink pen, ballpoint pen, I think. Yeah, nothing crazy special. Oh, here was a big feelings day. We won't linger too long on this page, but yeah. Oh, this was just a random shape that I turned into a cat. It was so lucky that it turned out so well that I had to actually make something out of it. I'm like, oh my god, I literally just painted a cat and didn't mean to. Shit like that happens sometimes. Yeah, here's me planning this last art piece again. I wasn't sure how I wanted it to go, how I wanted her to be posed. I knew this wasn't going to be my color scheme. I just wanted to play with colors and kind of make it pretty. But yeah. Just practicing hands and feet. Obviously not very much. There's not many on the page. More scribbly drawings. I really love her. She's beautiful. Trying to figure out this last page again. Still did not know what I was going to do with it. Figuring it out still. You can see I continually draw, and I'm figuring out what kind of signature I want to stick to, and I did not use any of these. None of them. Here's my dwarf character again, Belle de Black Brew. She was a monk. Just lots of little doodly dudes. Figuring out posing again, drawing faces, having a hard feelings day. So as you can see, it says today was a hard day, but I've come to find that when I seek comfort actively in things that give me comfort, it works, and so on and so forth. And this was my first attempt at painting a person, like seriously, not just scribbling, but actually trying to paint a person with gouache. And I chose Taliesin Jaffe's character from Critical Role Campaign 2, Caduceus Clay. I love this character. He is a comfort character for me. Anytime I'm feeling down, I will go listen to his lo-fi beats on the Mighty Vibes music. Yeah, so good, so good. And we are at the end now, where I drew a depiction of the moon holding up the earth for the sun. It said, the moon so loved the sun that she spent all her days and nights cradling her love's most fond creation. She gave her very gravity to keep the earth afloat, just to be able to bathe in his light for a mere few hours a day. She began to spin the earth and began to twirl herself just to see him all the time. She did not know that she was not the only one. Because the sun is responsible for keeping all the moons afloat, right? Yeah, so she's very pretty. I still love this painting to this day. It's one of my favorites that I've ever done. It was one of the bigger pieces I had done in gouache at this point. And I think she just turned out very lovely. And now we have the back, which I also decorate with, as you can see, there's all my handles. I'm not a Marxist. This was a time. This was in my almost going down the tanky pipeline, which is an alt-right pipeline, and you can't convince me otherwise. But I had enough grounding to not completely slide down it. I still stand for Palestine, 10 toes fucking down. I still stand for Congo. I still stand for Sudan. I still stand for all of the people who are going through unjust genocides all over the world, including here. In case you haven't noticed, we are witnessing genocides currently and ethnic cleansing currently in the United States, and I think that stuff is important and we should keep up to date on it. But anyway, that was my sketchbook tour. I will see you in the next video. Bye.